Hello friend, this is Krish. In this video, I am present with the topic Indian polity and political science. So, if you want to understand the Constitution of India, first of all, we'll understand the preamble of India. Okay, so it is the basic framework of Indian Constitution. Tells about the all basic features of Indian Constitution, just like justice, social, economical, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all, fraternity, assuring the dignity of Indian individual and the unit and integrity of the nation. So basically, Indian Constitution is a document which contains 395 articles, 22 parts, and 8 schedules. So, come to the definition of political science. Here is a point that we all know that Bhimrao Ambedkar is a father of Indian Constitution. He is the chief of also drafting committee, a draft which are framed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So, first of all, we'll come to the definition of political science, which is nothing but a scientific study of politics. Okay, it is a social science dealing with the system of governance and power of country and the analysis of political activities, just like elections and execution of laws and many things. Okay, political thoughts, political behavior, and associated constitution and laws. So political science is the scientific study of politics, and politics is related to the uh, particular features of a country. It is different of different countries, but political science is the same for all the countries. Political science is a subjective study, but polity and politics is a basically the features of a country. Okay, a particular country. We all know that Greek philosopher Aristotle regarded as the father of political science. He is also known as the father of biology and zoology. He gave the basic concept of biology about 2500 BC. But in 4th century BC, he prepared a document named Politics. Okay, a work of political science by Aristotle in 4th century BC. According to Aristotle, political science is a master science. Okay, because it defines the culture and basically cultures and all the features of a country in a particular time. So a great Italian, if you talk about modern father of political science, that is Niccolo Machiavelli. Okay, a great Italian writer, historian, and philosopher. Niccolo Machiavelli is often called the father of modern political science. Uh, he wrote a famous book that is The Prince, a treatise on political power about 14th century. Okay, 14th 15th century. Field of political science, political theories, uh, okay, classical political philosophy, as well as theoretical perspective, which are more contemporary. Domestic polity, it is the study of a particular uh, country under territory. Okay, a particular country. Domestic mean a home. Okay, basically if you talk about the politics of India, that is domestic polity. But if you talk about different countries, it will be a combined. But domestic polity deals with a particular states or particular country. Comparative politics, okay, analysis, differences, and similarity of politics, field of politics. Okay, international relations, public laws, public policy, public administration. So these are the fields of political science. Role of Aristotle in political science. Okay, so father of political science Aristotle elaborated on topics and thinking of the ideal state, slavery, revolution, education, citizenship, forms of government. Okay, the theory of golden mean, theory of constitution, etc. He said that uh, the topic are essential for the man to know his surroundings and environment. He also shared a famous quote. Okay, every man is a social and political animal. His study on these matters and subject of governance, education and ideology made him confident in political issues. Hence, he is regarded as the father of political science. Indian polity will all know that there is a 395 article initially, but in present uh, there are 475 articles in present time. Okay, but initially there is 22 parts, but in present time there is 25 parts. Initially there is 8 schedule, in present time there is 12 schedule. Okay, parliament, the supreme body. Okay, if you talk about the supremacy, parliament is the supreme body of country, any country. Okay, basically India, not any country, but if you talk about different types of government, the supreme body will become king also if there is a theocracy. Okay, so parliament contains Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, president. It is the combination of Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, president, important elements of the state. If you talk about a territory will become a state when if it has area, okay, population, sovereignty, samprabhuta, government. Okay, parliamentary government. Okay, there is a types of government, that is first type is monarchy, in which rule of king, just like UK, United Kingdom. United Kingdom also a democratic country, but it is also a monarch system. Dictatorship, rule of commander, dictator, Iraq, Syria, Greece, Libya. Okay, sometimes we often call Pak also, Arab countries in 2011. Communist, a special group of people like China, USSR in 1991. Father of communism, Karl Marx, we all know that, give the concept of socialism. Okay, republics, election to the state of president, a type of government in which uh, head of a state is elected indirectly in India. So the features is referred as republic. Democracy, election of the head of government, basically uh, ministers. Okay, prime ministers and chief ministers. Election of the head of government in India, USA and France. So this type of features define democracy. Autocracy, one person has absolute control and complete power. Okay, just like dictatorship, also autocracy. So theocracy, priest rule in the name of God, Vatican City, example Iran, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan. These are the example of theocracy in which there is a rule of basically name of God. So the type of government is defined as theocracy. Okay, source of Indian Constitution. If you talk about, there is a 60 countries. Okay, if you talk about all the features which are borrowed in the Act of 1935, Indian Council Act 1935, all the features, most of the features taken from the Indian Council Act 1935. So except that there is a 60 countries from which we have taken the features to include Indian Constitution, but in this video we'll talk about only 10 countries. First country is United Kingdom, UK. We have taken parliamentary system from UK. Contains bicameral parliamentary system, which contains Lok Sabha, that is lower house, Raj Sabha, that is upper house. So know if we want to know what type of government in India is, that is nothing but parliamentary system, which is taken from United Kingdom. Contains Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, President. Bicameral means there is a government on central level, union level, also at the state levels. Same features. That the term bicameralism is defined. Ireland DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy. Article 36 to 51 contains DPSP in Indian Constitution. Very important question for competitive examination. Okay. Nomination of matter in the Rajya Sabha. This feature is taken from Ireland. If you want to know preamble and fundamental rights is taken from USA. Also preamble contains 12 to 35. Article number 12 to 35 contains fundamental rights in Indian Constitution, which are borrowed from United States of America. Also preamble, which is the framework of Indian Constitution. Okay, preamble is what? It is nothing but a framework which contains all the basic features of Indian Constitution. Now, if you talk about fundamental duties, which contains in Article 51A, and 5-year plan, which is transferred in present in Niti Aayog, which is taken from USSR, Union Soviet and Socialist Republic. In present time, breakdown of USSR 1991. In present time, it in present time it is also known as Russia. Okay, Rus country. Fundamental duties and 5-year plan taken from USSR. France. So republic system, the features in Indian Constitution, that is republic system, contained in Article 54, idea of liberty, equality, fraternity in the preamble, which are taken from France's constitution. Okay. Australia, we have borrowed cooperative federalism. Article 2, 45 to 46, 61, 63 to 83 and to 80. Canada, residuary power, अवशिष्ट शक्तियां. Okay. Article 246, federal with a strong center. Our country is federal in nature, but with a strong center. Germany, suspension of fundamental right during emergency. Article 359. Article 352, national emergency. Article 356, state emergency. Okay. Article 360, president rule. Okay. Financial emergency, sorry, 356. Okay. South Africa, constitutional amendment, election of Rajya Sabha member, taken from the constitution of South Africa. If you talk about procedure established by law, the concept of this thing, that is procedure established by law. Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty. Article 21 say no person shall be deprived of his life and personal liberty. So the concept apply here, procedure established by law, which are taken from Japan constitution. Type of democracy, there is two types of democracy, that is first one is direct democracy, uh, which is the feature of Switzerland, direct rule of the people. Okay, there is a rule of the group of peoples, and they decides how and how will things will go in the country. Okay, so the things are managed by basically directly people. So this is define the direct democracy. But in direct democracy, there is a representative which are elected by the people of any country, just like in India, USA, UK, France. So there is a indirect rule of people. People do not rule directly, but they elected their representative of different territory who make the law, and the rule governed by representative, just like MLA, MP, MLA of different states, and MP of the parliament. Okay. Parliamentary indirect democracy, also two types. Parliamentary democracy, just like USA, there is a head of state is president, which is the real executive, which execute all the laws of the country. So the real rule of the country by president in USA defined parliamentary democracy. Okay, sorry, presidential democracy. This term is mistake here. Presidential democracy. Okay. Parliamentary democracy, Britain, unitary states, center state. Okay. There is a two, that is the first person is president, which is the not real executive, but the real executive in the hand of PM. Okay. President is the first citizen of India, which is not the basic contains not the executive power, but the all the execution of the country, different laws which are framed by executive council and council of minister, in which the head of the council minister is PM. Forms of government: federal, confederal, and union. A small state join to make a state. If a different state join to make a state, uh, basically this defined federal. Okay, these are very weak. It it found in USA, Austria, Belgium, Ethiopia, Germany, Malaysia, Mexico, Nigeria, Switzerland, UAE, United Arab Emirates. Confederal country. Small states join to make a state. USA, very weak. Okay, this USA is confederal in previous time. Okay, in present there is no country in the world which are confederal in nature. Union. Yes, India is a union and UK also. A strong combination of states, very most strong. In these type of forms of government, union government, Indian government is forms of government in India is union, but in confederal in nature. That is the uh, combination of different states, but actually it is union government of India that contains all the power in the union. No state can be separate from the union of India. Pillars of democracy: there is a four pillars, basically three pillars, but also media included here. Legislature, drafting of principle for government. Okay. MP and MLA. MP in parliament, MLA are Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad in states, MLAs member of legislative assembly, and MP means member of parliament. Okay. Legislature, executive implementation of policy and laws by minister and authority. Judiciary, protect of law. If there is a wrongness of any law which is uh, carried by judiciary. Okay. Ensure the supremacy of law. Okay. Courts, just like Supreme Court, High Courts, and District Court, are the part of judiciary. Executive, just like PM, CM. On central level there is a CM, and state level there is a sorry, state level CM and union level PM, which are the real executive. Okay. And fourth is media and intermediary between the government and people. Dissemination of information. Okay. And surveillance of society. So these are the basic idea of Indian Constitution, basic concepts and important point which are related to um, our competitive exams and academic exam also. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.